But that's their bottom line number. She's not good.
She's where the flowers
Claire.
We don't have a quorum.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just had a discussion.
Yeah. You must have gone to Puffer, couldn't count to 4. I'd like to call the City of Muskegon City Commission meeting for June 28th to order. Who do we have to do prayer?
Well, I'll do it as long as I'm here.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
You're
Vice
welcome,
Mayor is
Mr.
going to
Mayor.
lead us in prayer to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Let's pray. Almighty God, we give you thanks for bringing us safely to this evening hour. May the lifting up of our hands in prayer be a sacrifice pleasing in your sight. Bless us with your love and wisdom, and help us become better servants to each other. So may you bless us, protect us from all evil, and bring us to everlasting life. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. And did you notice that Commissioner Carter decided to say the pledge where he'll probably be saying it 6 months from now out in the audience? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Wiesenski?
Here.
Commissioner Carter?
Here.
Vice Mayor Bowman?
Here.
Commissioner Shepard? Absent. Commissioner Spataro?
Here.
Mayor Warmington?
Here.
Commissioner Wieringo? Absent.
Okay. Thank you. We'd like to send out our best wishes from the City Commission, the city staff, and also the residents of the City of Muskegon to Commissioner Wieringo, who had a fall here a week or so ago and is recovering, so she's not with us for today's meeting and perhaps another meeting. So, Commissioner Wieringo, we wish you well and look forward to you coming back and working with us. May we have the consent agenda read, please?
Approval of minutes, City Clerk. Summary request to approve minutes of the June 13th Commission Work Session Meeting and the June 14th City Commission Meeting. Staff recommendation, approval of the minutes. 2011 Water Treatment Chemical Bids, Water Filtration. Summary request. Endorse the lowest responsible bidders to supply aluminum sulfate, powdered activated carbon, sodium hypochlorite, and fluoride for the water filtration plant. Staff recommendation. Staff recommends the Mayor and City Commission endorse the low bids received and the contract renewal and enter into contracts with USALCO, Alexander Chemical, Standard Carbon, and Key Chemical for aluminum sulfate, sodium hypochlorite, powdered activated carbon, and fluoride, respectively. Ryerson Creek Fish Passage culverts replacement at Muskegon and Eastern Engineering. Summary request. Authorize staff to process payments for Wimser Dick as per our financial commitment for the culverts replacement under Muskegon and Yuba by Eastern Avenue. Wimser Dick solicited bids, and Jackson Murky was a successful bidder with a bid price of $1,697,081.10. The city's commitment was for the following: $40,000 for major street fund for the 2011-2012 budget, $40,000 grant the city received from Community Foundation for Muskegon County, and $27,446 grant the city received from Ice Mountain. Staff recommendation, authorize staff to process payments to Wimser Dick. Consideration of bids, Mason Avenue 6th to 5th, Engineering. Summary request. Award the above referenced project to Accurate Excavators out of Muskegon, Michigan. Accurate Excavators submitted the lowest responsible bid of $137,373. Staff recommendation, award the contract to Accurate Excavators. Fireworks display permit for Muskegon Country Club, City Clerk. Summary request. Melrose Pyrotechnics Incorporated is requesting approval of a fireworks display permit for July 4th, 2011 at the Muskegon Country Club, 2801 Lakeshore Drive. Fire Marshal Metcalf will inspect the fireworks on the day of the event. Staff recommendation, approval contingent on inspection of the fireworks. Fireworks display permit for Muskegon Summer Celebration, City Clerk. Summary request. American Fireworks is requesting approval of a fireworks display permit for July 4th at the Muskegon Summer Celebration. Fire Marshal Metcalf has reviewed the request and recommends approval contingent on inspection of the fireworks. Staff recommendation, approval contingent on inspection of the fireworks. Rezoning request for the property located at 1753 Madison Street, Planning Economic Development. Summary request. Request to rezone the property at 1753 Madison Street from I-2 General Industrial to B4 General Business District by Kurt Dykman, J&J Discounts. The applicant would like to move his growing retail business to this location. Staff recommendation. Staff recommends approval of the rezoning. Committee recommendation. The Planning Commission recommended approval of the request at their June 16th meeting. Rezoning request for the property located at 2010 South Getty Street, Planning Economic Development. Summary request. Request to rezone the property at 2010 South Getty from I-1 Light Industrial to B4 General Business District by Michael Vasquez. The applicant would like to open an auto dealership at this location. Staff recommendation. Staff recommends approval of the rezoning. Committee recommendation. The Planning Commission recommended approval of the request at their June 16th meeting. Lighting improvement, Elsie Walker Arena, Finance. Summary request. The arena manager would like to relight the arena floor by replacing the existing halide lights with energy-efficient fluorescent light fixtures. The lighting improvements will greatly improve the amount of lighting in the arena and give the arena ice surface NHL quality lighting. Staff recommendation, approval of the contract with Frederickson Electric of Spring Lake to install the new arena lighting fixtures. De-energize 27 streetlights in the downtown area, Public Works. Summary request. Authorize staff to enter into an agreement with Consumers Energy to de-energize 27 lights in the downtown area bounded by 4th, Muskegon, Western, and 7th Street. Those lights include the lights known as the Heritage Association lights, and the rest are within alleys. Staff recommendation to authorize staff to enter into an agreement with Consumers Energy to de-energize 27 lights in the downtown area. Accept resignation from the Citizens District Council and the Citizens Police Review Board. City Clerk. Summary request. To accept the recommendation from the Community Relations Committee made at their meeting held on June 13, 2011 to accept the resignations of Rashida Gillespie Muhammad from the Citizens District Council and Barbara Kuipers from the Citizens Police Review Board. Staff recommendation to concur with the Community Relations Committee recommendations.
Thank you. Commissioners, you've heard the consent agenda read. Are there any items you'd like to have removed for further discussion? Item I, please. Vice Mayor Gowan.
I would recommend that we approve the consent agenda as presented minus item I.
Second.
It's been moved by Vice Mayor Gowan, supported by Commissioner Spataro to approve the consent agenda as read, less item I. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Carter?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gallman?
Yes.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Commissioner Wisniewski?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item I, Commissioner Spataro.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would move that we approve the contract with Frederickson Electric to install the new arena lighting fixtures.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Spataro, supported by Vice Mayor Gowan to approve the contract with Frederickson Electric to install the new arena lighting fixtures. Mr. Mazzei.
I think we just have a clarification, if you don't mind having.
I just want to clarify
Tim.
the amount. When I wrote this up, that the net cost is expected to be $40,280. However, there's a roughly $9,000 rebate involved, which may or may not happen from Consumers Energy. So the cost could be $50,000. Either way, it's fully reimbursed to the city. Our out-of-pocket cost will be nothing. But I want to point out it could be higher than $40,000.
Thank you. Any questions, Commissioner Spataro?
Just one. I mean, given that kind of investment, what's the projected payback for installing the new lighting?
It was relatively quick, within 5 years, as I recall.
Okay, so it's that much more efficient.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have I'll look those up for sure and get you and send you a copy of the payback.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Gallman?
Yes.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Commissioner Wisniewski?
Yes.
Commissioner Carter?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Public hearings. Item A, please.
Request for an industrial facilities exemption certificate for Ameriform Incorporated, Planning Economic Development. Summary request. Pursuant to Public Act 198 of 1974, as amended, Ameriform Incorporated, 1790 Sun Dolphin, has requested the issuance of an industrial facilities exemption certificate for the property located at 1770 East Keating Avenue. The total capital investment is $2 million with $1,700,000 in personal property and $300,000 in real property. They are proposing the addition of 12 to 15 jobs with this investment. This request qualifies Ameriform Incorporated for a term of 12 years for real property and 8 years for personal property. Staff recommendation, approval of the resolution granting an industrial facilities exemption certificate for a term of 12 years for real property and 8 years for personal property.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Harris,
Mr. Mayor, City Commissioners,
I need for you to give your name and address, please. Yeah.
Daniel Harris, home address 1040 Randall, Muskegon, Michigan 49441. It's nice to be here under these kind of terms. It's been a while, and it's no secret that the company that my family has owned since 1981 has gone through a little hardship, and we never really lost the revenue stream on the company. We just had some management issues that about 07 and 08 the family took care of. The last few years the company has been on solid footing with strong growth and even more strong EBITDA. The last 3 years have been record growth for our company and record profits. It's important for a company like ours to be supported by the community and vice versa in Muskegon. We have a very diversified group of companies that offer a lot of different options for a lot of employees. Anything from light assembly to what we're asking for today, the IFT on this equipment is a technical, high-skilled position. These jobs typically pay up to $22 an hour after significant training and some experience. All these positions will be filled from within the company. These are people that have worked their way up through maybe building a boat on the assembly line to learning how to thermoform plastic and now learning how to actually make the plastic. This division has been running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, really since 1996. So the expansion is really way past due. But until we got our company back under control, we kind of put everything on the back burner. The other thing that we do is, the seasonality of our workforce. We hit the summer jobs with the kids when they get out of high school or college. Our employment stays steady, right around 100 people, but will swell to about 260 starting in the summer and then working right through the seasonality of our products. In addition to that help for our students, behind the scenes, we do a lot of charitable work through donation of our products to various events and various charities. We're not necessarily out there with the big banners and everything, but our products make their way into several different charities, and we help the community out through that way. So I'm asked that you consider this referendum for us. We feel real strong about Muskegon. We've had a great relationship for 22 years, and we love it here. And we have no plans on going anywhere else. Hopefully this will be one of many machines that we add to this division. And we feel it's got the opportunity for the strongest growth at this point. So if you have any questions.
Any questions of the applicant? Commissioner Carter?
Yes, I commend you on your hard work that you put towards your company. And I also commend you on the ratio of diversification within employees also. And I know you said you're going to promote from within to move those up to these new positions. And I hope you continue when you have to replace those employees with the hiring habits that you've had, trying to reflect the community that you are so graced to be in, the city of Muskegon. So I'd just like to say kudos on that to you.
Well, thank you. It's we have a great workforce. We couldn't have done it without them. And even now working, we feel particularly proud of working with Muskegon Public Schools in the Enclave project. If most of you know what that is, all of you I'm sure know what it is. And we get some really good people. We've actually had a couple that have turned into full-time employees after they've gotten out of school. So it's it gives another avenue for these kids that need help and can handle a job that isn't technically out of what they're capable of doing. So it's really a nice option for these kids.
Any other questions? Is there anyone in the audience that would care to address this item? Mr. Carter?
Seeing no one, I move we close the public hearing and approve the request for the Industrial Facilities Exemption Certificate for Ameriform, Inc.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Carter, supported by Commissioner Spataro, to close the public hearing and approve the request for an Industrial Facilities Exemption Certificate for Ameriform Incorporated. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Commissioner Wisniewski?
Yes.
Commissioner Carter?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Galvin?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Mr. Harris, thanks very much. Congratulations on the turnaround. Continued success for your family. And we also thank you for your family's provisions of 3 fine dining establishments, soon to turn into 4.
See everybody there, too. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks, Dan.
thank you. I think you see me. I want to go back for just a second, Commissioners, to the consent agenda, items G and H, 2 of the requests for rezoning of property. Mr. Morris, just so that you guys understand, your request for the rezoning, which passed tonight, will have to have a second reading because we didn't have a full body of commissioners that was here. So we'll be doing that at the next meeting. We don't anticipate any issues with it, but just so that you're aware of it. Okay, thank you. Here we go here. New business, item A, please.
Special event request, Muskegon Bike Time Events Incorporated, annual event, planning economic development. Summer request. Muskegon Bike Time Events Incorporated has filed a special event application for the annual Bike Time Festival in downtown Muskegon to be held July 15th, 16th, and 17th, 2011. They have requested the waiver of some city equipment rental fees. They have also requested to use their own labor pool rather than city employees whenever possible, as they have done in past years. Bike Time would also like permission to close certain street intersections in the downtown area 1 day earlier than allowed in the special event policy so that they can work on event tent setup. They would like to close the intersection starting at 6 p.m. on Wednesday evening, July 13th, instead of waiting until Thursday evening, July 14th. Staff recommendation, it is recommended that staff be allowed to make the final decision regarding rental fees, actual costs, and/or exchange of wristbands to be coordinated through the city manager. In addition, staff recommends that if Bike Time picks up items such as picnic tables, bleachers, and trash cans for distribution at the proper locations, there will be no equipment rental charge to Bike Time. This must first be approved by and coordinated through city staff. It is also recommended that city staff review staffing levels for city personnel with the Bike Time staff, with the city making the final decision on the number of city staff needed for the event. These recommendations follow what was done for the 2009 event. Regarding street closures, staff recommends approval with the condition that Bike Time notify affected downtown businesses of the dates and times of street closure and the date and time that no parking restrictions go into effect on those streets.
Thank you. Commissioner Spataro.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would move that we approve the requests for the Muskegon Bike Time events as described.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Spataro, supported by, made by Commissioner Spataro, supported by Commissioner Carter, to approve the special event requests for Muskegon Bike Time events as based on staff recommendation. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Commissioner Wisniewski?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Galvin?
Yes.
Commissioner Carter?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item B has been removed for applicant requests. Item C, I see, which is normally on the consent agenda, is now under new business. And I bet I know why. Item C, please.
Gaming license request from Muskegon Oceana Community Action Partnership Incorporated, City Clerk. Summary request. MoCap 1170 West Southern Avenue, Muskegon is requesting a resolution recognizing them as a nonprofit organization operating in the city for the purpose of obtaining a gaming license. They have been recognized as a 501c3 organization by the state. They are partnering with DTE, one of the summer celebration sponsors, to hold a raffle where the proceeds will benefit their clients that need assistance with their heating bills. Staff recommendation, approval.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Gowan?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would move that we approve the gaming license request for Muskegon Oceana Community Action Partnership Incorporated.
Support.
It's been moved by Vice Mayor Gowan, supported by Commissioner Carter, to approve the gaming license request from Muskegon Oceana Community Action Partnership Incorporated. Are there any questions or discussion? Has there been any objection from anybody publicly in regards to this gaming license?
No, there has not.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussions? Would you like to say anything?
No, I'm just here to answer questions if you have.
Okay, all right. Well, we're glad that you're here. Roll call, please.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Commissioner Waseski?
Yes.
Commissioner Carter?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gowan?
Yes.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And would you please pass on to Reverend Shelton our appreciation for the work that MOCAP does, but in particular for their cooperation and their assistance in the gun buyback that took place this past weekend.
Here, here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Item D, please.
Fireworks display permit for West Michigan Burners, City Clerk, summer request. West Michigan Burners is requesting approval of a fireworks display permit for July 8th for an event at the Muskegon Summer Celebration. Staff recommendation, approval contingent on inspection of the fireworks and approval of the insurance.
Thank you. Yes, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would move that we approve the fireworks display for West Michigan Burners, contingent on inspections of the fireworks and approval of insurance.
Support.
Been moved by Vice Mayor Gowan, supported by Commissioner Carter, to approve the fireworks display permit for West Michigan Burners. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Waseski?
Yes.
Commissioner Carter?
Yep.
Vice Mayor Gowan?
Yes.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item E, please.
Concurrence with the Housing Board of Appeals notice in order to demolish the following: public safety, 1358 Arthur Street, 657 Allen Avenue, the garage, 540 Creston Street. Summary request. This is to request that the City Commission concur with the findings of the Housing Board of Appeals that the structures are unsafe, substandard, a public nuisance, and that they be demolished within 30 days. It is further requested that administration be directed to obtain bids for the demolition of the structures and that the mayor and city clerk be authorized and directed to execute a contract for demolition with the lowest responsible bidder. Staff recommendation to concur with the Housing Board of Appeals decision to demolish.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that's here to discuss any of these properties? Commissioner Spataro.
Thank you. Seeing no one, I would move that we concur with the Housing Board of Appeals notice in order to demolish 1358 Arthur, 657 Allen, garage only, and 540 Creston.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Spataro, supported by Vice Mayor Gowan, to concur with the Housing Board of Appeals notice in order to demolish 1358 Arthur Street, 657 Allen Avenue, garage only, and 540 Creston Street. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Waseski?
Yes.
Commissioner Carter?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gowan?
Yes.
Commissioner Spataro?
Yes.
Mayor Warmington?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Is there any other business? Commissioner Spataro.
Just one item, and I think I'd just throw it out there for maybe putting it on our next work session agenda, is over the last month, the neighborhood association meetings I go to, I've heard voiced quite a bit of frustration about our seeming inability to enforce some of our zoning ordinances, not with situations where people haven't been aware and called in and so on, but where people have called and staff have followed through and issued the citations and so on, and yet just over and over and over again, the problems are not getting corrected. And I'm not sure what an appropriate strategy would be. Maybe we need to raise fines. Maybe we need to sit down and talk with the folks at the prosecutor's office and figure out, what we need to do to help resolve some of these issues. I mean, we have ordinances on the books, and we have people who are pretty much thumbing their nose at the law, and being bad neighbors. So I just want to put that out there for the next work session for discussion.
Do you have any addresses that perhaps you could share with staff so maybe they could do a little more
Yeah, I can get
investigation?
I can
so
get
they
with staff.
get some info?
And I believe our next Community Relations Committee meeting is on a holiday, so that's, even if it's not, let's go ahead and schedule it for the work session, since we're all here.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is an item for those of, I suppose if they're watching on channel, or on cable TV, they would know that the channel is already moved today officially to Channel 96. But I'm saying this in hopes that for those of you on YouTube would share it with your neighbors, and perhaps if there was anybody from the Chronicle, if there happened to be a little room, they might put a little blip in the paper saying that the public access for city commissions would be on Channel 96. Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that would care to address the commission? Commissioner Carter.
Seeing no one, motion to adjourn.
Support?
Okay, second.
All in favor, say aye. Thank you very much. Happy 4th of July.